especially for NPC, over any of the other organizations. NPC really focuses on your back end. They're really big on the glutes, so that's got to be superb. And I'd step on stage now if it wasn't for my glutes.
Right.
Can't get them in
Did you
shape.
ever had like the opportunity to go to nationals?
I was I was sponsored, and I did not. I was all paid for, and I did not go. At the time in 2019, I ran into some financial issues, and the modeling wasn't paying, so I had to get a new job, and it's a corporate position, and I was working 10, 12 hours a day. I had a good, very good corporate position. I was good at my job. I was a cabinet estimator. I estimated the cost of cabinetry for major builders, not just homes, but like big building, um, big planned out building communities. That's the word, communities. So, but I retired when I got married, and so now I'm back to what I love.
Okay. Oh, we got a guest here, Wall of Rage, George Page. Good morning, George. And he has some comments. Um, yeah, the women are getting massive in women's physique. The figure competitors are getting just as big. You know, George, he does content in women's bodybuilding. He interviews women bodybuilders, and also he also says also at postmenstrual age, PEDS and HRTS helps in gaining muscle. So yeah.
It does. The fit model division, a lot of people say that NPC created it as a moneymaker, and while that may be true in some cases, I agree. However, it does enable some women to go ahead and get stage experience. So I do like that, and it does seem like they keep creating these divisions to keep women from blowing up really big. Because,
Yeah.
like the commenter said, the figure competitors are getting, they're now as big as physique. And when I was in physique, it's like the figure competitors are that big now. And they just keep getting bigger, and they keep getting bigger. Even bikini and wellness. I mean, look at wellness. The one that just won. I mean, she's got glutes that are just built like a machine. They're just big. And so, yeah, I see that the size is getting crazy.
But you know the funny part is he's not crazy about fit model. And other people too. You know, they people a lot of people they're not crazy about it since
No.
it appeared. You know, but
Yeah.
I kind of understood it because, you know, like you said, they don't want people, society may not really appreciate, women big and massive, and, it could be like a turn on. And for a lot of people, but there's some people they really appreciate the massiveness of these women. But, people like if I was going on a date with somebody, somebody huge like that, people would be looking like, you see all these looks. I mean, I've experienced a little bit, like even just like like me drawing pictures of women bodybuilders, and people would just give you these looks like you got three heads. So, I mean, where I'm going with it, that I see the reason why they would have a fit model. It's not perfect, but because they just want something presentable, for people to kind of pay attention to. I don't know where that fit model stuff is going to go, but I've seen some of the pictures of the fit model competitors, and they don't look too bad. I went to a show, Mr. Universe, during the summer, and they had fit model, wellness and bikini, and it was okay. It wasn't like exciting, but there was like people in the back of me, and they just really couldn't understand. There's one woman, she was like how could I train them? How am I supposed to train these women? Like it don't make sense. But you know, it's just that society they really don't want to see, you know, a bulky, huge, brolic woman, you know, like even in movies, you know, one of the thing that comes to my mind is Star Trek. You know, like they have all these masculine women in space, but you know, you don't see any muscular women there. You know, so it kind of tells you, you know, society don't really accept it, you know, too much. So
Well, I think that in some ways, when I see fit modeling, I kind of think, okay, what did you do? Put a bikini on and just diet and get on stage? What work did you really put in? Because I know I'm there in the gym every day, 3 hours a day,
yeah,
and it's kind of like insulting in a way that they go up there and they didn't really work for any muscle. But it is an introduction to get the public in. So I do kind of see it in the sense that it helps them with stage presence and all of that. So it's good. And then when I talk about PEDS as far as HRT, um, it does, even though I'm on a super low dose. I mean, I'm on like this super, I mean low. I think it's like a 50. Um, Usually, people that are into steroids or testosterone, they they get 200 ml bottles. Mine is 50. It's so low, and I only take this just a tiny bit. But even that little bit will help you. Will does help you to grow. So there
yeah.
is that.
But no, you know, I never, I never took those. So, so you gotta excuse me. Well, I mean, we can show like some clips of you working out. You know, yeah, you. So you're would you say you're a nutritionist?
Oh yes, I did go and get
Mm,
certified as a personal
okay,
trainer, uh, strength and conditioning, and nutrition and bodybuilding. So
okay,
I can
and you
train.
working on these poses?
I did. I was a personal trainer in the gym for a little bit, and then I did some on the side. But currently, I'm not training anyone. I'm just trying to get back to where I was in the bodybuilding arena.
Yeah. What was like when you came back? What was it like preparing for your show?
When my husband granted me the gift of being able to retire, I hit the gym and I hit it hard. And I lost
Mm,
32, 33 pounds. I was quite large coming out of the corporate world. And then after I lost the weight, I had some loose skin that I started to fight. I did go on a peptide, the only other thing I'm on, and it's GHK-CU to help with the skin looseness, especially around the glutes. Um, I think that's helping a little bit, but other than that, that's pretty much all I'm on.
okay,
Lots of
yeah,
supplements, you know.
yeah. You look like you don't take that much. I mean, supplements. I mean, just looking at you, you know. So yeah, like what's your training like on when you work out? Like how
I
often? I mean,
train.
like how long do you train? I mean, I'm sorry.
How many days? Six
Yeah,
or
how
seven
many
days a week.
days, hours? Yeah, days and hours.
And I usually do the older methods. I'm not really into what everyone's into right now. I do the basic split, body split of chest and tries, back and thighs, legs and shoulders. I stick shoulders in usually on back day. I'll stick some shoulders and I work abs every day. Um, Abs was always the worst part for me, so I worked them like crazy this time, and now it's the first thing that seems to have come back. So that's kind of strange for me. My body's definitely different at 60. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you look good at 60. You don't, you don't really look 60. You know, wow, that's good. So you're gonna do what the masters, right? The
Yes.
masters. Okay. All right. So he asked this question. This is a good question. Is there any bodybuilders she feels is the best examples in bodybuilding?
Um, I've never been the type of person to look at one person because I try to create my own image and all of that. I do have, what's her name, Natalia. I knew her very well, and I thought that she was amazing. I believe she
Which
was an
Natalia?
Olympia. Yes, I thought she was
No.
amazing.
Oh, Natalia Coelho.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Because it's a bunch of Natalias. And the
Oh,
people
yeah.
may not know who you. Yeah.
That's true.
Uh, Yeah, but she has a nice physique in women's physique. Yeah, I really like her physique.
Amazing.
Yeah, you know, yeah, I know people not really too happy about her because she competes a lot, and yeah, she compete a lot of shows, and people not really happy with her like that. So you know,
Well, I guess
but
there's controversy in her injecting something. I'm not sure what it's called now, but I guess it gives you a fake muscle. That's what they're supposedly saying. I don't know.
no, I didn't
I
know
don't
that.
know all
I
about
didn't
that.
know.
Mm.
I didn't know that one. Uh, Maybe he might know, because but I know she got into feuds with Sarah Vegas, and it's like some type of rivalry, and
Oh,
that's as much as I know about it.
oh,
Yeah, man. I think either Sarah Vegas was condemning her about something that she was doing or something like that. But I didn't really kind of paid attention to it because it's like, whatever. I mean, because I mean, you know, I look at bodybuilding as a lifestyle than a sport. Really, tell you the truth, because it's I don't know. It just because the way even when you were saying it, like you really don't have too much of an inspiration like that, like it's just different. It's not like like basketball where you'll have somebody that you want to emulate a bit. You're not going to be like them, but you're just motivated to kind of like to get better in your game. Than when bodybuilding, you're more of the focus, so it's just different to me. And it's like, the more I've spoken to bodybuilders and may go to these shows, try to understand, and
oh yeah.
that's all.
Well, I think
Like
also that back in 2019 or 18, 19, I did the competitions and I did everything just to get to the stage. It wasn't healthy and it ruined my metabolism. I did a lot of things drastic and just crazy as far as the diets and diuretics and all of that. This time around, I'm taking my time and I'm shredding down slowly. It took me a long time, but I want to do it healthy. I want to do it safely, and I want it to be a lifestyle. I don't want it to be a one-time thing of just the sport and just get up there and get a trophy and then get all fat. I want to be able to live the life of a bodybuilder and look at all the time. I don't want to just have these off seasons where you just get, and out of shape. I mean, isn't that the whole point of training? Is to look good and feel good and be healthy, have a heart health, be flexible and live life when you're old, right?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. I mean,
I'm just
I
used to
do, I
showing.
try to exercise and stuff. Yeah, I'm not much of a bodybuilder. I just, do meditation and, you know, yeah, I work out a little bit, not like a bodybuilder. So yeah. Like, do you have like did you ever had like clients of like trying to lose weight or anything like that?
Yes, I've had a couple of
Um,
clients that I've worked with as far as most women come to me, they just want to lose weight. They're really not into muscle. But the one thing that they need to understand is if they build a little bit of muscle, at least build some, that is going to increase your metabolism. And the same thing with men. I mean, men mostly just want to come and get big, like my husband. He's always telling me, I don't care about cutting down, I just want to be big and massive. Okay, but if you take a little bit of the fat off, you're going to see the muscle. So it's trying to
yeah,
talk him into that.
yeah. How does he feel about you competing and you know bodybuilding like in general?
I'm, I think I'm lucky. I picked a man, finally found one, and I picked one that likes bigger, muscular women. He's not
Yeah,
into the little skinny. He likes the big legs and the big lats and back, and he wants a woman, and he loves the look of muscles. So he's very encouraging, and he likes that. So I'm very
yeah.
lucky.
I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him. I mean, you're a good looking woman. You have muscles and stuff. I ain't gonna go too detailed, but I kind of understand your husband, your preference and stuff. Um, yeah, I'm more of a fan of Andrea Shaw. Yeah, we know. And he says Sarah is running her mouth just sour grapes. So yeah. And you do like and you ride motorcycles. I know you have like Harley Davidsons.
Oh yes, I live in Orlando, Orlando, Florida,
Yeah.
and there's a big biking community here that goes to Daytona and with Bike Week and all that. So I've been in Harley Davidsons for 10, 15 years. It's just a hobby, just like to ride.
Yeah. I don't know if I would ever ride a motorcycle. I rode a car, like I got my driver's license. That's how far I got. I don't have a car, but just I remember just me behind the wheel. I was kind of freaking out a bit. Then, I had a good like auto instructor. So yeah. But like
You should
just
try
trying
a
to like
motorcycle.
nah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Nah. In New York City, oh my God,
Oh,
yeah. It's a bit chaotic here. So,
oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's
You
true.
ever been here? You ever been to New York?
I have. Um,
No.
where did I go? Was Chinatown and Manhattan. Went to Manhattan with my ex-husband. Yeah, I've been there,
Oh, okay. Okay.
but
That's
years ago.
cool.
Years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Chinatown, yeah, it's okay. Chinatown is all right. Times Square, it's mostly it's a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's nice at the same time, but it's really chaotic. It's a lot of people that because people work there a lot, and yeah. So yeah, I
I
used to
think it's
work in
different.
Manhattan. I'm in Brooklyn. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
different
yeah. I
now
never
than when
been
I
to
was there.
Orlando. Yeah. You've
Oh,
ever been to like Disney World?
oh, yes, yes. But when you
Oh,
live here, you don't really go much.
okay.
It's weird how that works.
It's good to find a man who loves a woman for who you're than what he wants. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of guys, they like muscular women, but they don't really in my opinion, they're ashamed of it a bit. They don't put it out there a lot, you know. Yeah, that's
Well,
how that is.
I will say this, that when people look at social media and they see these women bodybuilders like Natalia and some of the other ones. What's that? The, oh, I can't remember her name. Rain
Andrea
or
Shaw.
something. I can't remember their names.
They
They look,
don't worry about the names. You don't got to get the names. I struggle
they
with the names too. Don't worry about it.
they look big and they look massive. But if you actually meet them in person, they are like tiny. Like I weigh 130 pounds, and you look at me in some pictures, I look maybe 160, where I'm smaller than I probably look. And a lot of your professionals are the same way. Once they diet down, well, they look tiny, but it's a perception. So the muscles pop, so it just looks like you're huge, but you're really in person you're not. It's really funny
Yeah.
that way for the women. Men are, I know, it's a whole different ballgame.
I mean,
They're
some
just
of them they
big.
do look a bit muscular. I mean, but when you hugging them, they feel like women. You know, like that you feel the femininity. In there. It's they don't look too hard or anything like that. I mean, they got hardness, but you know there is some softness there too. So yeah, I think when people see them, it's like you know it's like looking like a three-headed dragon or something like that. So you know I've experienced that a little bit. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I know. So far, you did like 6 or 7 competitions. You ever had like a best show that you really like can look back and like, wow, I like my performance in this show.
Um, well, there was one I
I
did
didn't know it
down in
was a tricky
Miami.
question.
There was one in
Huh?
Miami, the
Oh, okay.
competition down in Miami that I did. I think it was Royal Classic or Royal Palm Classic. I did an overall. I took overall in my division for that one, and I did like my performance in that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, Florida State. Yeah. Deke Warners.